Want to play a game?
Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm still in the end and I'm still playing around with this base. I've got a few changes to make and a couple of additions. I've had some ideas to get rid of these little bedrock blocks in the sky. So I'm going to get to that quick and then let's see what you think. Alright, some of the smallest thing that I've changed first is I changed this into one of the mini blocks. I think it looks cooler than just another full block and you can step up it and walk over. So I'm really happy with that. And now we've got a couple more, well, a few more little structures and those bedrock blocks that are on top of the obsidian pillars we've replaced with these cool little stars. I say look, they're pretty big actually if you look in the context of the base, but I think they look really cool. And these structures, there's a bit more going to be to with them at the moment. They've got sort of like the stars in the middle, they're a bit different to the others. But these are the starts of another set of structures that are going to surround this middle bit. I think they look cool. Again, all weird for me, all weird angles and stuff that I don't normally do, but I think it looks good. And the place that it actually looks best from so far, weirdly, even though there's a stupid island in the way, if you look at this, look at that. I'm so happy with that. And I'm not even anywhere near done, and I'm really, really happy with it. But I think that's it for me for now in the end. I've been in the end for way too long. I think it's starting to make me a bit weird. Maybe a little bit weird. But there's a couple of things that I need. I need sculpt blocks. And I need some sea lanterns and probably some prismarine, actually. And everyone likes prismarine, it's cool. But I'm not going back to the ancient city. I think I'm probably too scared to go back to the ancient city just now. So I think we're going to try and find a monument, a guardian temple, and we're going to build a guardian farm. And probably do it with a bit of fun as well. So not just your normal standard guardian farm. However, one thing is, I've made guardian farms before, and I've made them on Java, and I know how much of a pain they are. And I've made them on Bedrock, but I've only ever made them on Bedrock in the same way that I've done them on Java. And I believe from watching some videos, it's actually miles easier. So just in case you're like me and you're coming over to Bedrock to play, I'm going to show you how to do it. And probably link in a few people who've done them in the past, which is where I've got some of the ideas from. But what I'm hoping to do is have it so that it sort of works in the way that the traditional ones have been made. But we're going to add a bit of fun into it. Some fun for our, some of the fun that we like to do on here. So let's get to it. Let's find an ancient monument. Ah, yes. Home, sweet home. I've not been here for a long while, actually. We need to get building back here again as well. Maybe we'll have time. I don't know. Will we have time? We might have time. We need to get building. Oh, I love it here. It's definitely my happy place. Anyway, I need to get some potions and stuff. See you soon. All right, we're here. 3,000-ish blocks away. It was a bit of a trek. But we are here. And I've made a portal ready. For when we come out, and I can light that in a bit anyway. I forgot to light it, but anyway, yeah, I've made a portal for when we're ready in a bit, and it is just over there. In fact, let's fly over and we can scout it out a little bit better. There it is. So I know there's ways of doing this with TNT and all sorts of stuff, but I've always just gone for the drink some invisibility stuff, drink some water breathing, get in there with your armor off. And then put your armor on and everything when you're about to fight the big guys. I don't know if that's the best way, but that's the way that I'm going to do it. So, in fact, let's prep now. We're going to drink one of these. We're going to drink one of these. I've got a taunt with me in case it goes horribly wrong. Put spares on there. And I've got milk for when we get the, what's it called? The mining fatigue. So, fingers crossed that'll be it. So, let's get over there. I'm going to go in with an elytra. And then I'm just gonna take it off, which will make us just fall. Okay, that's fine. So we've got the fatigue, but we can at least swim around. So let's have a look. I think there's 3 big guys that we're looking for, and I can't remember exactly where they are, which I'm actually quite glad about because the problem is when you know exactly what to do straight away, it can make things just a little bit boring. Oh my word, I got it straight away. Now, I thought the milk stopped you from getting it for quite a while, but apparently not. Is this not the front door? Oh, hang on a minute. Oh, the milk got rid of my water breathing. Right, I'm a fool. Milk is not the way to go. Oh, and I'm not invisible, am I? Well, that was interesting. Oh, and I'm nearly dead. Have you seen me again? You've seen me, haven't you? How come you seeing me? Why? What? This is a bad start. Why am I being seen? Is that because it had already seen me, maybe? Maybe so. Right, let's find another way in then. What? Hey! I've not got any gear on. Oh no! Well, that was a terrible start, and it clearly doesn't work the way I thought it did. All of my stuff's in there. There it is. Water breathing, definitely. And invisibility. Let's take that. Let's take that now. I think I just filled that bottle with water. Whoops. Yeah, go on. You can go. There's my pickaxe. Oh, so I can only assume that was the totem. I've done this loads of time with invisibility, and it always works. So yeah, rockets. Where's my carrots? Yeah, there's my carrots. Right, that's as good as we are, I think. There's definitely a big guy there. Look at that. You can see him. So let's spend the next 3 hours digging through this block. All right, we're in. The power of editing, that shouldn't have taken that long for you. So let's get this guy. Oh, right. So he can see me because of my sword. I need to get my gear on there. Should have probably brought my chest piece in that case. Oh, he's down. He's down. Why wasn't that tough? Wasn't that tough at all? I said that, I sounded a bit disappointed, didn't I? I didn't mean to sound disappointed. I put my elytra on even though it's not actually going to get me anything, but not going to give me any boost. Anyway, right, that's one down. Let's cycle through the rest. So... all these chambers. I think there's some goodies in there as well. But we'll probably have to come back to those. Thing is, it's going to take me forever to mine through. Oh, there's the sponges. We should come back for them actually, because it'll take us ages and ages. I can't even find my way back now. That wasn't where he popped up before, was it? It was here. There's not even that many fish, like guardians or anything like that. So we've seen the elder guardian. There's not many actual guardians in here. It's very weird. That's weird as well. I don't know. I wonder if something's changed. Oh, there's a big guy. Use the pillar. Break some line of sight. They also have thorns as well, so quite regular when you hit them, you're going to get a whack as well. Bows working. Oh, I've lost my arrow. Come on, big fella. Down you go. That's 2. What do we have left? We do have water breathing left. Oh, I've lost another potion, I think. Or maybe... oh, well, I did drink milk, didn't I? Cool, so... that's 2. I'm pretty certain there's 3. Pretty certain. Looking for number 3. There he is. Number 3! Don't die. Yes, I mean you die, not me. Cool. Yeah, 3 sponges. I think that's it. I think that is the... I think that's the big bad's gone. Yeah, I've just double checked just to make sure. There are 3. So they're all done. So we need to get our way... we need to make our way out. So I'm probably just going to have to slowly get myself out. Oh my word. Oh, I dropped in. Right, there we go. And let's see if we can find our little island. Oh, and it's night time, so it's going to be crawling with mobs that way. I'm pretty... I always forget that you can't fly on Bedrock out of water. What are you guys? I think I don't care. I don't care about insects. Not anymore anyway. Not now with the little farm. So... what about if I do the... oh! Maybe not. Let's just go. Let's just get out of here. As quick as we can. Hello, Mr. Trident Man. We got a bed on the island, so that's good. We can get ourselves back to sleep. That was really quick, actually. It didn't take anywhere near as long as I thought it was going to. I seem to have memories of doing those things and them taking forever. I've even done them before with iron golems, so I've tried to get everything with an iron golem, just for the fun. I've seen people do it with the axolotls as well. Take those in, that's pretty cool. But there was weirdly not a lot of guardians in there, not the big guys, the little ones. Which does make me worry that maybe the farm won't work. I don't know, maybe they will, maybe they won't. Gotta kill all these because I can't sleep, and I've got... It's so weird because I've got mining fatigue. So even swinging my sword is slow. Let me sleep, zombie. You can burn. I can't even shoot you. After hop-ow! Right. I need to get rid of this sickness. Oh, I can do that. Yeah, that's easy. I brought loads of milk with me for absolutely no reason, as it turns out. Right. That's the Guardians done. That's the portal set up. We are going to get prepared to make this farm. Okay, before we build the farm, I'm making it a priority this time to build the nether tunnel all the way over there. Otherwise, I'll just end up flying back and forwards, as you've seen me do loads of times to the end portal. So I did it. So I'm going to get in the nether to do that, but I just want to show you how I do it. So there is a way you can just do the division yourself, and that's completely fine. It works completely fine. Or there's plenty of websites for it. There's one website that I use, which I'm just going to show on the screen now. And it is... What is the address? It's gamertools.net/tools/3. I didn't find it that way. I found it by searching for Minecraft Nether Portal calculator into Google. And this is one of the ones that came up, and I've used it ever since. The instructions at the bottom are for Java. You can see that by with the press F3 and this, that, and the other. But what those tools do is that they allow you to put in your overworld coordinates, and then on the right-hand side, it's going to give you your coordinates in the nether. And that's pretty cool. And the good thing is you can ignore the Y level and use the X and the Z coordinates, and then you can keep your nether portals all in the same Y level, which is handy. You can see there with the... This is the one for the end portal. Obviously, I need to tidy it all up, but that long tunnel there, turn right, that takes me to the end portal. It means I don't have to fly for absolutely ages. But even though the end portal is really, really low down, and our overworld portal here is really high up, as long as they're in the same chunk, they'll work. So I've got a boring job, and I'm not going to record it because it is incredibly boring. I'm literally just going to be, as you've seen with this one, digging netherrack for a long, long time, and then bridging netherrack whenever it comes up to a gap. So let me bring you back when I've got to where we need to be, and then we'll test the logic of the website. So the trick to it is you build the nether portal in the nether, but then you don't go through it. You're going to light it on this side, and then hopefully it should sync up. So we're going to test that now. If you've noticed my levels, you're absolutely correct. I definitely did die, and it definitely was to a hoglin. I don't believe it. I can't believe I died to a group of hoglins. I was bridging over a massive lava lake, and they didn't knock me in, thankfully, but they did enough to do me some serious damage. Anyway, enough of that. Right, let's see. Are we going to sync up? You, come on. We should be in a big box. Yes! Yeah, we are synced up. And it's a bit of a trek, but it's going to be... I mean, we know where it always is. We don't have to fly over now. And at some point, when we make these tunnels really well, I'm thinking we might do long minecart tunnels. I don't think I use minecarts anywhere near enough in Bedrock. Well, in anything, actually. I never really used them. So I did when I very first started. I was obsessed with making minecart tracks. Same here, there, and everywhere. And yeah, no, I'm not using them for ages, so I think we're going to do some cool mine tracks. I think that would be very, very cool. So I'm just going to show you where this is, because we had a bit of luck. We had some bad luck. We had big lava lakes to go across. But as we will see when we get further down here, everywhere I've done, I've just boxed it all in, so it's only a 2x2. If you're going to do this, and I should have thought about this before, if you make it 3x3 or 4x4 just to be safe, you can actually fly through the tunnels then. That's definitely the way to go. But might even be able to see it. Can we see it? I think we can see it. I don't know. Let's speed it up. Ah, there's a bit that I forgot to box in. So that's definitely one for later. That might help me though. Ooh, gonna fly? No. But that's the way to the end portal. So it was actually partly I didn't have to dig as much as I thought I was going to, because that's the end portal down there. So cool. So you can see that's where it goes. It basically links off that. So we are going to, what we're going to do, we're going to get a load of blocks. A load of blocks. I've put all the netherrack away, and I could have just used a netherrack. We're going to use something a bit nicer than netherrack. It's not great, is it? So let's get a load of blocks, and then I'll meet you back at the farm. Okay, so we're back at the Guardian Temple, and we need to find the north face of the temple. So we're going to give a fly over. The only way I know how to do this on Bedrock is with an empty locator map. So we're going to use that, and then we're going to, I think I actually suspect it's this way. Yeah, it is. Look, so there we go. This way will be our north side. So we're going to land in here, and I'm going to start northwest. You can do this at northeast as well if you'd prefer, but I always go northwest. I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe it's because I live in the northwest, so maybe that's what it is. And then we're going to count up 1, 2, and 3, and then this should be our first spawning. Like basically, the way they spawn is they spawn in. I need a real block. They spawn. You can use any block, by the way. I'm saying I need a real block. I just want a real block because I'm going to keep these pillars in, or maybe not these ones. I may take these ones away. I'm not sure. But anyway, any block is fine. Yeah, they spawn on Bedrock. I'm going to go higher up just for now so I don't get shot. They spawn in columns in very specific places around the farm, and there's loads of really like over complex ways of talking about it, but actually I saw once an image when I was looking at this, and I can't find it now, which is a shame because I would just post it. I saw this image, and when you look at it, it's a very, very simple set of 4 numbers that you need to remember to do this farm, and those numbers are 10, 15, 15 again, and 9. So it's only 3 numbers in an order. And the reason for those numbers is what we're going to do is I'm going to go back down a bit. Let's be brave. We're going to make a little grid. I say a little grid, pretty big grid. We don't need the full grid, but I'm going to leave the temporary blocks on so you can see how I would grid it out. And then you can get rid of your temporary blocks if you want to, or you can keep them if you want to make it look a bit prettier in that way, you can. But our 10, 15, 15, 9 is, so now we're on the northwest one, and we knew this was north and this was west. So we're going to go east in my case. So we're going to go 10 temporary blocks. And then a real block. Like that. I'm going to have to get rid of this map. Nope, not in my offhand. And if you are... Oh, that guardian's going to come for me. If you are going to keep these blocks, if you want to do something a bit more decorative, you're going to keep these. You need to make sure you slab them or torch them or anything to mob-proof them. For one, you don't want any other mobs spawning because you want your spawn rate as high as possible for these fellas. But also, you don't want to get eaten by a zombie while you're AFK in it. So that was our first one. That was 10. And then the next one is 15. So 15 temporary blocks. Sometimes it's worth checking. I'm still getting used to the Bedrock being able to click in front of me. It's amazing. But yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15, and it's worth checking sometimes because it's got to be exact, and if you're even one block out, then your whole farm will just be a mess because you'll have to redo the whole grid. So that was 10, that was 15, and we got 15 again. All right, and then another block, and then 9. I did way too many then, didn't I? I just got carried away. Let's go back. Where's my shovel? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Get rid of those. So this is the start of the grid, and the reason that this 10, 15, 15, 9 is so important to just remember and makes it really simple is because we now need to go this way, and it's the same thing again now. As long as you go from one of the corners, where you go from any of these, as long as you start, you always need to start on one of these blocks. And what these are going to be, you see how this one's pillared down? We're going to pillar down each and every single one of those. Because that's going to stop the guardians from spawning, and it will completely disable the spawning when we've done all the pillars. It'll completely disable it, and then we're going to remove the ones that we want to use for our farm for spawning. So we're going to go this way now. This is another 10. So again, it's 10, 15, 15, 9. There we go. That's 15. So I need another 15. That's that one. And then finally, 9. All right. So this is what's going to be the start of our grid. So let's just have a fly up and you'll be able to see. What we're going to do is we're going to connect them. So we're going to do this, basically just going to do this line over and over again. You can connect them. Actually, I'm saying connect them. You can connect them. Some people connect. If you want to make a nice grid, you can connect them all up. You don't need to. You can just start at each one of these and do the same again. 10, 15, 15, 9, 10, 15, 15, 9, all the way down. And that's exactly what I'm going to do right now. So rather than you watching me fail to count, I'm going to bring you back in when I've got that layer of the grid done. All right, see you soon. Okay, so the first part's done. So this is our grid. So you can see I've got all the dirt, which is temporary, and the deep slate bricks, which is where we need to pillar down. It did turn nighttime while I was doing it, so I ended up making myself a little working platform here so I can sleep, hide from some of the guardians if I need to, and I've got my shulker boxes with all my goodies in. So you don't need as many of this, by the way. I am terrible when I get materials. I just get as many as I can fit in, pretty much. So don't worry if you open that and go, oh my god, it's not going to be that bad. The main thing is the solid blocks. You just need so many solid blocks to go all the way down each one of these. So we're going to do one of those together now, and they can get tricky, and the reason they get tricky is just because of the guardians. So you just got to be careful when you're doing it, because especially the ones in the middle, you're going to have to go through the whole temple and place the blocks all the way through. So we'll do this one, because even though, I mean, these are simple in some ways because there's not as many blocks to dig, but you will have to deal with guardians a lot more out in the open. Right, and break down, make sure we're in the right place. And you want to, like I say, you need to make sure, there you go, you're at the level where it's not the temple anymore. It should be minus 30, not minus, it should be 39. And that's as far as you need to go. That's it, done. And because my brain won't let me, I need to put this back. Bump. And that's it. So we're going to do that for each one of these pillars. So I'm going to do that now, and I'll bring you back when I've done it. All right, I've double checked it over. I actually had a couple of the pillars in the wrong place in this corner, just where I haven't counted. So you see I've ended up just bridging across just to make sure I've got everything in line. And again, so like I say, you can keep the grids there, you can add more grids, you can do whatever you like, but I'm going to get rid of mine apart from in that corner. I'm going to change them. But if we have a look around now, can I fly, can I land, can I land? Whoop! You. There's no guardians. So I had 3 actually that was around here, and they just would not despawn no matter how far I went away. They just kept on coming back. Don't know what that was all about. But yeah. So yeah, I just ended up killing those, and then they've not respawned again since. So I'm confident now that that is completely spawn proof. I mean, I haven't seen a single one running around, and I ran around for a little bit before I started recording again. So what we're going to do next is we're going to do, you can do this with just one pillar. You could probably do it with them all. I suppose if you had like a really big need to do it with them all, you could have, we're going to make bubble columns basically. We're going to shoot them up. And then the traditional way to do it then would be use a trident killer and you hold your sword and you get an absolute shed load of loot. I'm not going to do exactly that. I'm going to do something a little bit different, which won't be as efficient, but it'll still use the same methodology. It's going to shoot them up. I'm just going to kill them in a different way. So I'm going to use this one, that one, and that one, and that one. So these 4 in a square. My plan is to shoot these up. All 4, and I'm going to ignore the rest. So I'm going to get rid of these blocks, and I'm going to make bubble columns down here. So the way I'm going to do it is just use solid blocks and not glass. I'm going to use solid blocks because guardians spawn better in the darkness. So I'm going to use solid blocks all the way down to surround this, and then we're going to put some soul sand at the bottom, kelp all the way up, and make the water column. So we're going to do that now. Yeah, and I'm going to get rid of these temporary blocks. So I'm going to get on with that. I won't be a sec. Okay, so there's some tubes, or the starting of some tubes. And you can see I've got them in 3. This one will spawn them as well. It's just basically you get a mob cap. And it just depends which ones go first. So if you want to do it the same way that I've done, I just dug my middle pillar down to Y level 50. Put my soul sand there, and then made my bubble column go to there. And then the AFK platform to make them spawn is at 76. So let's see if we can get this one to spawn. Let's fly away. We'll come back. I just want you to be able to see that all of them will spawn. It's always just random, really. It's like whichever one spawns first. Can I land on the little platform? Probably not. Let's try it. No. Come on. Come on. This time. This time. You got people watching. Make sure you land properly. Come on. Okay. I may have taken quite a few times to land on it, and I may have now made a platform. So let's get back on here and let's see. I don't think I flew far enough away, did I? Same 3 again. Oh, hang on a minute. That is interesting. It is the same 3 again, though. Maybe we do have a problem. Let's fly a bit further away. Make sure everything's despawned. it's good to test. This farm, it's fiddly. They can be quite intimidating, but actually they're not too difficult. It's just a case of stopping at each bit and just double checking it's doing what you think it's going to do. Because there's nothing worse with these is having to like redo everything all over again. Like they won't despawn. I have this sometimes. I'll fly and fly and fly away. Oh no, I've only got 5 rockets. They're in my ender chest. It's down here. But yeah, sometimes I just have it where the guardians just won't despawn. But I've definitely had them in there. I'm 99.9% certain I've had them in there. Anyway, right, I need to get some more rockets, and I'll double check that, and then we'll quickly talk through what I'm going to do next. All right, there we go. I flew away, came back, and they wouldn't despawn again, so I just killed them all, jumped on top and killed them all. But yeah, there they go. They're on that one as well. So you can see they seem to come through in 3 tubes at a time. In this case, about 2. It all depends how many spawn. But yeah, so this is what I was saying. Like, I'm going to do these 4. You could do them all. I'm not sure that I don't know how good the rates would be. I mean, I did some testing doing an extra few, this one and this one, and it was okay. It got more, but it just didn't seem it was worth the effort in the end to what this 4 is going to do. So the traditional way, what you would do now is if you were just doing 1 or if you were doing 4, however many you were doing, is you'd shoot these up a water stream and then bring them into one place. So you probably, if you were doing 4 like this, you'd bring them together in the middle into a trident killer, mince them all up, and use your looting sword, and you would get a ton of items. But I'm not doing efficient. I'm just doing something fun. So that's what I'm going to do now. So I will see you on the other side. Well, I don't know about you. I like my fish fried. And that is exactly what's going on here. So this was my idea of a frying pan. And so let me show you around what I've done. Let's get in spectator mode, actually. So we'll jump down to spectator. So you've still got these pillars, as I mentioned before. They've just come up a little bit more. And they shoot up this bubble column. And then inside the farm, just some water to push them out. Because guardians are a bit of a pain in the backside, actually. Because they'll literally, you see there, they'll swim against the current and everything as well. So they're a bit of a pain. That's why most of the time people don't really do ones like this where they get killed this way. So the way I've done it is there's extra water there, just doing an extra push. As another guardian comes, if you've got one that's really stubborn like this, it will get pushed down by the next one, but they usually fall down. And these walls are here as well, just to make sure we control the water, to give them less place to try and swim out to the sides. And then in here, every single block is a source block. Oh, there you go, look, it fell in on its own. Every single one is a water source block, so it's going to get pulled down. So there is no way, once they're in here, they're not getting back out. And then underneath here, you don't need to do it this way. This is just the way I wanted to do it. With the minecarts, because I've got 1 turn, but it still works. I just wanted to be able to suck them through and put them into 2 chests. So I was going to do an item sorter, but I might do that another time. And the AFK platform, I've just made it up here so that we can watch if we want to. But it's completely AFKable. You've got no chance of getting hit by the thorns. And yeah, it all seems to work great. So let's get back into survival. So since building this, what I've done is I've not AFK, but I've been in the temple. I've been getting all the sponges. Look at that, stack and a half. Plus I think there's 3 more at my base from the Elder Guardians. Got the gold and stuff like that anyway. But in that time, we've got all this much. And again, for single player, I think this is perfectly fine. You know, you could probably be quicker if you did the if you did the trident killer, because they're just gonna get minced up straight away. But for me, I can just AFK here and get all the goodies. So it's not an XP farm, so if you're looking for an XP farm, definitely do a trident killer. But if you just want drops and you want it to be super simple, this is my super simple guardian farm. Well, if you'd like a tutorial on the glass box that I've made, the frying pan, I'm more than happy to do that, but you guys let me know. And yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it. And I think that's going to be it for me. It's taken me a while to get this episode out, and I'm sorry about that, but I'm hopefully going to be back on schedule very soon. So I will see some of you on stream when we're playing Vault Hunters, and otherwise, I'll see you next week. Have a good one.
And don't forget to subscribe and like the videos.